Hey guys, sorry about the birds. Hey guys, it's Holly and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be unpacking and setting up my art studio. So I want to give you guys a quick tour of it being somewhat empty, and then I am just going to set it up. I have an art business. I make and sell clay jewellery. I'll link my Etsy page down below. It's a new business venture that I've only just started, but I needed a space where I could do my art in peace and be as messy as I like. I also have a lot of other art forms that I do a lot of, and so does Max, so we're going to be sharing this area. I also am going to university this year, so I am also going to need a place to study. So this room is kind of going to be like an office slash art studio. So I'm also going to use this room to film in too, so as well as like a filming studio. So without further ado, I'm going to show you guys around the office. This is like from the door. So there's these shelves up here which are built into the wall, and then I've got a set of 8 cubes, which is just a shelf, and Max wrote love equals art on it, so I thought that was quite cute. Then I've got this chest of drawers, which usually we used for clothes, but we thought it'd be really good to put big things we don't reach for every day in. This is my desk. It's secondhand. I don't know where it's from originally, but it's a really nice big desk that's like the perfect size for art stuff. All of these boxes, I didn't actually pack any of the art stuff, so I have no idea what's in these. But over here is Max's desk. It's a lot smaller because he doesn't actually do big pieces of art or write or anything really, so yeah. And then I've got some stuff set out. I've got my laptop out so I can watch something while I do some art, while I unpack. And yeah, and we've got a nice window, but I'm not going to show you too much because it is a neighbour's property. But yeah, so this is the room, and I'm just going to start unpacking boxes. I've got this vinyl adhesive that I bought from Kmart, and it's just this beautiful like white leaf design. So I'm gonna first start off by wiping down and then lining this table, just because I will be doing a lot of painting on it, and it would be a lot better if I have like a covering over it. This one does peel off as well, so I can always change it if I felt like I needed to, or if it didn't go with the room. But I think it would just give me a little bit of extra protection so I don't get paint all over this table, because it is a nice table. Okay, so I just finished this part of the table. I decided I'm going to leave that bit just plain, because that's just where I'm going to store a lot of stuff anyways, so there's no point really covering it because I'm not going to get paint on it. I just need to cut off the excess. This is how it's looking. There's a couple air bubbles that I need to work out, like right here, but they're really easy to work out. I'm sweating like no other. Whew. Okay, so I have these boxes that I got from Kmart. Again, they're literally just cardboard boxes that kind of fit together, but I painted a few of them, and this was originally what was holding my skincare, and I thought that I have 2 nearly complete sets. I think I lost one, but I thought it would be perfect to have like one for like paintbrushes and like my painting stuff. I thought it'd be cool to have one for like my paintbrushes and painting stuff, and the other one for like my regular office stationery and pens and pencils and things. So I'm going to sort those out right now. This is only the bare minimum of my paint one. So in here I've got these watercolor sticks, which are kind of like watercolor pencils, but they work a lot better. I've got my white Uniball Signo pen. I love this. It's so good for creating white designs on like coloured backgrounds. And then I've got my white pencil and a bunch of my favourite paintbrushes to use. And then I've got my watercolour palette, and then just a small cheap set of acrylic paints, just so that if they want to reach for them, they're right there. And then in this one, in the back here, I've got my current bullet journal for this year. And then I've got some tape, not tape, this is some correction tape and some regular sellotape. And then I've got a pair of scissors. I've got a bunch of erasable pens. So this is an erasable pen. All of these ones here, all these colours are erasable pens as well. Then I've got some pencils, some scented highlighters, and some felt tip markers. It's been a couple of hours since that last clip. I was sweating like crazy and just needed to like chill for a bit because it's so hot today. I don't know what it is with the day. It's been raining the last 2 days, and today it was just ridiculously hot. It's now like 8:30 at night, and it's still super light outside, but it will get dark in the next hour or so. So actually I think the sun's starting to set now, but I thought I would, like, the next step to do, because I'm a little overwhelmed by all these boxes because they're so big and I don't really know what's in any of them. So I'm going to take everything out and put it into piles on the floor and then organize them like that. So it's a few days later right now. I have left the office as it is. It just got overwhelming, and also we moved at the worst time. The heat at the moment is insane, and it's not just the heat, it's also the humidity. So we literally, from like the hours of like 11 to like 7, it is too hot to do anything. So like everything that we're doing moving wise and unpacking and cleaning is happening at night time. So it's like 7:30 right now, and I thought I would just spend the next hour or so just unpacking what I can to make this room look a little bit less crazy. The birds are in here with me because it's the only room we can only let them out in at the moment, and I wanted to play with my birds, so sorry for the noise. But this is what we're dealing with right now. It's kind of insane. I'm just going to start off by just putting everything away into these little cubbies, and then anything I don't want to put, like I don't use often, into these drawers, and hopefully we get somewhere. And we've got our light box as well, which is probably going to stay where it is. It's quite handy having it here. It basically just lights up when you plug it in, which is not, and there's like light bulbs in it, and so you put like a piece of paper that you want to trace and then put your paper on top and you can see it clearly. But yeah, there's quite a lot of stuff in here that I just need to sort out and throw out and organize a little bit better than what it is organized right now. So yeah, I'm gonna do that with Rhino on my head, and then Woody is up there. Now here's just basic office supplies. Here I have my 2 full pencil cases, like pen holder full of pencils, and then 2 empty pencil cases in the back. Here I've got my Here I've got my clay, I've got my oven baked clay, these are all oven baked as well, and then my air dry clay down the bottom. Here is my earring stuff with some of the earrings that I'm working on at the moment and the ones that I am currently needing to sell. Down here I have, sorry the lighting's kind of bad, but down here I just have some paints and other things. Like this tin here is full of paint pens. I've got some liquid chalk like to wipe on to write on like windows, and then here I've got my pastels, or Max's pastels. Here I've got things to paint on, so I've got lots of different painter's paper, some coloured paper, watercolour paper, canvas, black paper, and then I've got this is my manifestation journal, which I paint in and then write a manifestation on top. These are our resin colour pots, which basically, I don't know if resin's in every country or not, but it's just where you would buy like paint to paint your walls with, and these are just there's like 200 test pots in here. And then here is just random, it's kind of like a junk drawer, I guess. It's got some pellets. None of these are proper pellets, those are just paper plates, and this is like a lid to a sandwich container. But yeah, and then here are just my really big pieces. So this is like a massive piece of canvas. Got my massive piece of just like, it's just like a, what do you call it? Painter's book, like painting paper. And then Max has a massive piece of black foam, which he uses for his art. And yeah. Hey guys, excuse just everything. I've had a very hectic day cleaning today. We've been cleaning up our old place, which has been a mess because it's so old and dusty. So now I am back. It's a few days later. My partner Max actually cleaned a heap of this place up, so it looks a whole lot nicer than it did last time you saw it, a lot more put together. So I'll give you a quick overview, but first I'm just going to put up my corkboard with my command strips, because I just want a place where I can just pin up my artwork that I've done. Hey Max! Max! Baby! I haven't actually unpacked a bunch of my art, I don't know where it is, so that's pretty much all I've got for now. It's just some flowers and some abstract stuff and some stuff with ink, but I will obviously add to it, and once I find where my other artwork is, I'll put it up. But for now, that looks good. I think it looks quite cute, and yeah, I want it to be fully covered and I want to be able to change it whenever I want, which is why I went for the corkboard rather than just putting artwork around the room. And so yeah, we're going to be the last tour of it so far, unless I change anything drastically in the next couple of days, but I think this is how I'm going to keep my setup for the time being. So I will give you a quick overview. So there's some things I need to get rid of, so like this pillow for example. But yeah, so in here we've got just some paper stuff that we need to keep, and just some other random little things, glue and stuff. This one, it's got my embroidery things, and then this is like the fanny pack with like 3 pockets. I don't know why that's in there, Max must have put it in there, but that's fine. And here I have all of my earrings that are currently on my shop, and they are ready to go. So I hand decorate all the boxes. So there's this design here that says my brand, Art by Halsey. Yeah, so there's one of the boxes that I did, and then this was the first one I did, which also says Art by Halsey. And so yeah, and I just have sticky notes so I just know exactly what earrings are in each box. And this is my next design, which I haven't put earrings in it yet, so this is for my next release. So they're all sitting up here and they're all painted and ready to go for when I do my next release. So definitely check out my Etsy, it's linked in my description if you want to see, and yeah, you'll always get a custom made hand painted box, and I only make 10 of each designs. And then in here is just some boxes of stuff, just extra storage I guess. And then down here I have all of our big canvases and things. I kind of went over what was in here, it hasn't really changed. And then up here, this is my clay toolbox. And then this is a little display shelf we'll probably put up with some nails at some point. I'm not sure what I'm going to display on it yet, but it's from an op shop and it's real cute. And then this is just another pen holder which has nothing in it, but I'll definitely find something that I need to put into place, so I will use that eventually. So here's some more, here's the flat boxes that I need to make up. Then there's a tripod that I lost the head part to. Does anyone know where you can buy like a new head to a tripod? That would be really useful. Then we have the box of our friend's Lego set, which is in our lounge, but that's just a box for it. And then we have our light box, which I showed you guys earlier. And then come down to my desk. It's a little messy at the moment, but I'm gonna organize it, so can't really see very well, can you? If I go on this angle you might be able to see a bit better, but this is basically the stationery one I showed you before with all of my like school stuff. And then I've got my little pop vinyl. It's like a sparkly Eeyore. And I've got my tarot cards in here. Well, they're not supposed to be in here. They're supposed to be in my room, in my like prayer corner, but for some reason they're in here, so we'll just leave them for now. I've got some crystals, some candles. I've got this. I don't think this is actually organized at all. It's just like a little, it's got some stuff by me. Some random creams and stuff in there. And there's just a bunch of other products that I've kind of like played around with, and some of my own actual earrings that I bought, and some shells and stuff. There's just like a big junk drawer, but I need to make a whole bunch of like handmade business cards and like flyers and stuff, so I'm going to put them in there once I've made them. And then there's my painting one again. I'm going to put my jar that I use to like put water in when I paint there, but I just have misplaced it. Then I've got my ring light, but it's like a light, not actually a ring light, so it's not very bright, but it'll be good for when I'm painting at night time. And then here's a couple more of my artworks that I was going to put up but decided against. But yeah, and then I've got this. If you guys follow my Instagram, you might have seen this before. This is a paint by numbers that it's like all the zodiac signs, but I haven't finished it. So I've got that I want to finish and put up in here when I have time. It takes a lot of time and a lot of concentration to do because it's so tiny. And then here's just a bunch of other random stuff. And then down here is my safe that has a bunch of vintage art things in. And then over here I've got my power cable. I've got another pencil case I need to sort out. And then here, this is my paint organizer. So in the top I've just got a lot of random things, quite a lot of like random clay projects that me and my partner are doing together. But then here, what the heck? And underneath all of this is a bunch of acrylic paints. And then these are, oh, this is my acrylic drawer, so that must have been my watercolor drawer. And then this is my oil paint. There's my boyfriend. There's just like extra stuff that needs to be put somewhere else, but it's just in here for now. There's Max's desk. Full of his things. That's actually mine, but I didn't want it on my desk. Yeah, and then I've got my monitor here, which is not set up. I want to put it on like the edge of my desk, but I'm not too sure about that yet, so at the moment it's just there. But this is kind of like what I think I need out of an art room, and then I'll definitely look at, you know, kind of changing it up and stuff as I go, depending on what I need. So for now I'm happy with it. I think everything is where it needs to be, and I am going to start doing some clay making right now. Oh man, I made this for Max for his 21st birthday when we first started dating. It's pretty bad, but it's all his favorite things, so I thought that was cute. I just forgot this existed. But yeah, so I'm just gonna start setting up and doing some artwork, and yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and hit the big red subscribe button down below. I post new videos every week, which I am hoping to do this year. I have a plan of uploading every Wednesday and then doing extra videos once a month, so hopefully I stick to that this year. Make sure you check out my Instagram so that you can see when my market is. Thank you so much for watching. Smile, be safe, and stay beautiful, and I'll see you in my next video. Adios.